Welcome, guys. Welcome back. We've got another episode for you. Movie Minds. Welcome, sir. We've got a few topics today. We're going to talk about it already breaking some records.
I'm having deja vu.
Oh, yes. Maybe this is take two.
Maybe.
So we have the breakdown of, breaking records this week.
Yeah.
That coming up already, even before it released. And then we also have trailer reactions from Joker and also the Terminator 3. Really? It's Terminator 3, really?
It really is.
Yeah, it is.
6,
it is.
Yeah.
It's 6, but it's really, yeah.
Yeah. And then also we're going to do the box office breakdown on this episode as well, like always. We have Anthony.
Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm ready to talk some movies. Honestly, this week, I can't wait to go watch it. I'm like so
It's going to be awesome. And then also we got Daniel.
Hey, what's up, guys? Let's do this.
And myself, Ish. So, guys, let's go get right into it, man. It Chapter 2, already breaking records. What's up?
Yeah.
Give me what you got, Ant.
Breaking records is no mystery. I mean, this book, when you read it, and not that I've read it, but the elements no, you know what it is I know it sounds stupid, right? But when people actually talk to you about reading the book, they have so much more elements to
the book is really complex. I haven't read it either, but my wife was breaking it down to me.
Really, she's read it.
She tried to,
right? Okay.
And couldn't get
because there's been people that has talked to me that have read the book, dude, and they're like, the movie was great or whatever, but there's nothing like the book. And it's usually that with anything. They're always saying the Lord. I remember people would tell me about that of the Lord of the Rings. I'm like, the movie, you have to read the book. I'm like, bro, I don't read.
I watch movies, man.
Audiobook. No, but as far as it's just no surprise. I mean, Stephen King wrote just a great novel that was turned into a movie back in the 80s. John Ritter was in it. A bunch of other unknown artists actors were in there. But even back then, Tim Curry is the guy that played the Pennywise, and he is going to go down as a legend. I mean, we see him at the Halloween Spirit store all the time. The mask. I can't afford the mask, but I would one day want to buy it.
It's definitely more expensive now.
I'm sure it is, dude. It's going to go up, especially with the movie. It's breaking records. It made about $700 million the first remake. Right. So that's a tall order, you guys. So they're going to be trying to top that with this movie, especially
they will.
I don't know. It's hard to say because always the number 2 is the one that takes sometimes the hit unless you're Marvel and one of those crazy entities that are can afford it. But I don't know. I really don't know. The budget's bigger on this movie. You could see it. Obviously, the actors that they got,
star power, right?
Yeah, the power. The James McAvoy is no joke. Jessica Chastain is no joke. Bill Hader. All these actors that they got, they come with a good price. So they're spending more money. Obviously, they're probably going to make a bigger. And if I go back to the second one, to the original one, the second one. It was very long, and I think this one's going to be very long as well as what they're saying. But there's going to be a lot more special effects in the second one because if you've seen the second one, the back in the day one, they had special effects back then too in it, and so I'm sure they're going to make it bigger. I think they'll probably make maybe opening week. I think I will give it a good 85 to 90 million. Yeah. I will say the opening week for me. That's my prediction. Okay, so jot it down. Jot it down.
How many did you say? How much?
85 to 90. Even though it's projecting to make around 110 to 150 million.
Yeah, that's big. I would say, I can. I won't disagree with that. Only because, man, they're already tickets are already selling. So go get your tickets, guys. If you plan on seeing this movie, I would say get your tickets now. Just don't get them in the Inland Empire area because that's where we're going to try to get our tickets. So stay in LA, bro. Stay in LA, SD, OC. My turf. Yeah.
My
out
house.
Of here. I mean, I'm not surprised, man. It's such a pop culture thing. And now, I mean, I have friends that are super into horror and friends that are into metal and just that whole lifestyle that dark life, bro. That dark life hashtag. They're super, they super idolize and just make this such a pop culture thing. I mean, I'm looking at this article right now too, that it's such it's such a widespread of just a fandom. Yeah. That like, we'll make sure that we link this article down below, but it says woman burns Pennywise doll after It merch appears in her yard.
Yeah.
And here's a kicker. Stephen King loves it.
Yes.
So I'm pretty sure you can probably just find it on Twitter.
He tweeted about it.
Yeah, see, I knew he
was
would.
so satisfied about
So
it.
what? I mean, he tweeted because it was just, dude, that sounds demonic.
Yeah, so somehow, something like a merch or a doll appears on her yard, and then she
called
just
the
like
police
burns
and
it.
everything about it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing, though, man. Look at older people. We're like kind of like, I think like a generation from like The Exorcist, so like we'll always be scared of that. Like it's always freaky to us.
Yeah.
So maybe it being as old as it was, like these older people. I don't know the age of the woman specifically, but like you know what I'm saying.
Freaked out about it.
Yeah. So there's some things just scar people. Some people are more easily scared. More people are more easily scared. So maybe it's like an old trauma. Like, oh my god, I remember this doll.
I had friends like that.
So
I didn't know
I'm afraid of Chucky, dude. Chucky's the worst.
Yeah.
It's like Chucky, the devil,
Pinhead,
and Pennywise.
Chucky the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna make about 130.
Yeah.
130, huh?
Yeah, 130 million, dude. What's your prediction first before you?
Oh man. So I'm a little bit soft when it comes to this game right here. I'm not that good yet at it. So I'm gonna just agree with Anthony because
What the heck? You can't do that.
I'm gonna break even with Anthony.
I'm gonna say 100 for you.
I'm not gonna lose a bet.
100.
Just kidding.
100. I'll do 130. And so I'm looking forward to this movie. It's awesome. I hope that they stick closer to the book. Not that I've read it, but I've heard many like fantastic stories about the actual progress of the book and how it goes into like just mystical, crazy off-world.
I want them to peel the onion, man. Like
so yeah, I want to go into
lore.
another level, like another dream, within the dream. You know what I mean? I want to go deep. So I really am looking forward to it. I don't think that it's gonna break 150 at all. It's a little bit too much to ask. But the star power in this movie, it might bring in the crowds, man. Like I know Jessica Chastain is like big, and a lot of people idolize her as an actress. So
dude, Molly's game is so good, dude.
Molly's game's amazing, bro. Didn't I tell you about it? Yeah.
She told me about Molly's
So
game,
good.
and I was never really, because he went to go see it in the theater. Guys, go watch that
Amazon
movie.
Prime. It's on Amazon Prime. I think.
It's such
so
a
good.
great
I'm gonna
movie.
suggest that
Tonight,
on Instagram. I'm gonna suggest
You
it
will not regret it, bro.
for
No, I'll
sure.
watch it tonight.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Poker aspect of it, so cool. Anyway, yeah. So let's move on to the next topic, guys.
Just really quick.
Yeah.
I put your guys' predictions down here.
Let's do it.
So,
Whoever's right.
All right, what?
Whoever's right will get to see the other two eat hot, spicy sausages.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah?
Fine
You guys
then.
good?
Okay. But the winner is gonna have to be in the same room for an hour while we burp all that gas out.
I do not agree with that at all.
Dude, I am so bad when it comes to hot food, and I'll do it just because I'm
To
confident.
burn
I'm gonna
your
buy some,
butthole.
some Tums.
I'm Mexican, but I'm not.
Medically, I
gotta do,
shouldn't be
man,
having it, but for
I'm
the
gonna
sake
win
of the
this bet.
show,
I said 130. Remember, whoever gets closest, it's Price
What if
is
it's
Right.
over
Did that
1
change
film?
by now?
It's a Price is Right rules, guys.
all
I'm
right.
gonna
And
just
so
do
then,
90. I'm
okay,
90 million. right now.
131.
110. I'm
You'll
at
do
110.
110? Okay.
110.
Okay,
You'll take. Okay, you'll do 110. Then I will put you at 110.
you guys are gonna be sorry about that.
Okay, so whoever comes in first place obviously doesn't have to eat, but whoever comes in second place, how about they only eat half of the sausage? And then whoever comes on third place has to eat a whole sausage.
Fine.
I'm gonna
man.
tell you this. You're gonna want to eat the whole thing. I'm just kidding.
All right, man. Fine, dude.
I'm
Okay,
just
so
saying.
what about 111, 112? That's still closer to me, right? That's not, none of that BS where it's like you're way up here, bro, and I'm like, yeah, I'm next closest. Round up, bro.
Whoever, and it's not about going over, all right?
Going over? It's whatever's closest.
It's whatever's closest.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
whatever's closest.
All right,
yeah.
that's gonna be
Fifth
a
grade
heated
rules, bro.
argument.
Playground rules, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Playground
Yeah,
rules.
Because if you go over, that means, man, you lose, right? You
I don't know,
know?
man. I grew
Yard
up.
rules, homie.
I think. So I'm at 90 million.
Okay.
I'm
You're
at
at
110.
110,
Okay.
130.
130.
Just watch it do 95, dude. Watch it. It's gonna do 95. I should have just done that little. That one little
No, it's
do
gonna
that.
do more. It's gonna do more.
I
dude.
think so too.
It's gonna do
but
big.
I'm gonna keep it at 90, but You're right, dude. That's a very smart thing to do.
There's other movies that are coming out too around that time, so I don't know. It's a risk.
There's plenty of opportunities. Like staying on this topic, there's plenty of opportunities for everybody. I think if it does successful, then I think it just helps like literally push as a platform and a catapult for everybody else. Like there's also the director of it is going to be directing.
Oh yeah,
Flash. So if you guys don't know
That's right.
the director of it will be directing Flash. So that'll be cool, man. Because I don't know if DC is really content with that whole like looming joke of like DC's very dark. So if they are, then good person. He's directing a dark movie already twice, and it's just like
I hear that It Chapter 2 has a lot of comedic like tone, like a lot of.
Well, you got Bill Hader, of course.
Yeah. I heard he's the star of it. Like he's the standout on it.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's good.
Yeah,
Heck
I love it.
You know what? It feels so like played up to like the typical 80s thing where it's like, it's just like even in the midst of like all this chaos and the horror, like there's always this one guy just cracking wise. Cause it's like, I feel like he's probably going to be like the type of character where he's just like, I'm content. I might end up dying when they go on like this big mission to like fight, Pennywise. So he's like, might as well just make fun of it. Like, or like have fun dying.
Yeah.
I love it. Losers Club, right?
Exactly.
Can't wait, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I was about to move on to another topic. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, dude.
I know. The Flash thing is so crazy,
yeah,
dude.
Dude, I love the Flash. The Flash is seriously, he's the one that pushes the story of DC universe. Like,
and I've never seen
everything is revolved around the Flash's
Flashpoint changing the future.
Like, if a big event happened in the DC universe, it's not about Superman, it's not about Batman or anything like it's Flash. The Flash moves the DC universe forward story-wise.
So a quick rundown: he gets his power from the Speed Force, right?
Yeah.
So it's like another reality or dimension that he could tap into, right? So
yeah, it's a force.
It's a force.
Like gravity, but
so it just exists, right, in all realities, all realms, whatever. And so he's able to like just tap into it, run so fast. I mean, you're the DC guy, but right, he's able to run so fast that he can literally go into future and past, right?
Yeah.
So where Marvel needs an Infinity Gauntlet and 6 different Infinity Stones and snaps to literally change time, or even one stone can go into time. Yeah, one person could do it, and that's just Flash.
He could just do it at an hour and a half.
Yeah, he's about an hour and a half, so just running fast enough.
Yeah, so does that mean like how in the
you can rewrite history in future?
In the Justice League, he raced spoiler alert. He raced Superman.
Oh yeah, he beats him for sure.
Superman
got to
beats the Flash.
There's no.
It's never. It's like that Rocky and Apollo Creed Part 2 thing. No,
they don't say it. They just run off into. Like,
so the Flash would definitely whoop Superman's butt.
Yeah, most definitely. No question asked.
He could time travel. Speed, yeah.
Like,
You could go back and be like,
say 5 minutes into it.
Say like if Superman does beat him up.
Though Barry Allen in this universe, in the DC cinematic universe, doesn't seem like he knows how to time travel yet.
No, not yet. If you're keeping up with the show, no.
I don't know how he's gonna do
in the movies.
Oh, in the movies.
Like, he's learning his power.
I've seen that on the show.
No, doesn't he reach out in a vision to Batman? And he's like, Lois,
but that's
Lois.
like that hasn't been solidified yet. That's like really shaky.
Oh, okay, so
it's I understand.
It's DC guys. They don't have their continuity yet.
You're right. Yeah, dude. Let's move on to that.
But I'll say this though, because of the villains. I always have to take one shot.
Man, gosh.
Because of the,
it's hard.
I've never seen the Flash as like a comedic or a comical.
I have now with Ezra Miller. I mean, with
this character, yes, but like, man, I'm from like the the comics and even the TV show, which is great. You should watch the TV show; it's really good.
Yeah, I'm
2 seasons behind, but that's another story. But like Reverse Flash and like even what is that God one, the metal one, where it's really Barry Allen from the future? Is it God Flash?
No. Oh my gosh.
Whatever his name is. But so like even like Reverse Flash or like that zombie one, like the real black one, the ugly one. Yeah. So there's tones for a little bit of horror that you could present with Flash. So I don't maybe that's the direction they'll go.
Yeah, there is.
Well, that's why they brought in the It director.
Yeah, I think so.
See, because I'm not very familiar with the Flash stories, but now that you guys are saying that.
The only reason why
I'm so much more excited for Flash.
The only reason why Flash hasn't been done cinematically yet is because the technology to do him right has not existed until now. I truly 100% believe that. Well, that was like a long time. Like that was and it's just
I'm finding this out right now about Flash and how
Flash is so good, man.
Pivotal he is.
I don't know if he's my favorite character, but he's story wise is one of the best. That's why he has his own show.
Like the Spider-Man of like, because I feel like more kids are drawn to Flash than they would even more like Superman. Like my son loves the Flash.
Yeah, he's funny. The Flash is funny though.
Yeah,
the kids want to run fast.
The Spider-Man of the DC
Do you like Ezra as a Flash?
He's okay. I mean, I'm fine with him. I just need to see more of him. I love the moments that he had in the movie, in the Justice League movie, but I just need to see more.
Yeah, I don't like his take of it like Ezra Miller's, because he's more like goofy and kind of scary. He was timid in Justice League, and I like more of. Forgive me for not remembering the actor's name from the TV show.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
But
I know who you're talking about.
I prefer him because Grant Gustin. There you go. Thank you. And he's more like, calculating, and he's like,
well, he becomes that, right?
Yeah, he does become that slowly.
He becomes a detective and all this.
So I think Ezra's gonna probably become, hopefully. And he's a really good actor, dude. Ezra Miller, like I've seen it. You've seen him in Harry Potter. He's done a lot of other independent films here and there showing up, and they're like really intense, in-depth characters. So I'm expecting a lot from him as a Flash.
He has a lot of charisma too, man. I'm really excited about that. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's move on to another DC film, which we're all excited about. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. The Joker just came out with a new trailer, and we see a bunch of just a bunch of stuff. It's really like a story, like it's kind of giving you the synopsis of the film, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what were your thoughts, Daniel? What do you think?
I still am not sure, unless I'm just not that perceptive. All right, look at guys, I'm doing this. This is a brand new thing for me. So, I've always loved movies, always critiqued movies, but now I'm trying to look at it with a very eagle eye and a very, like you have to look at it in a particular way now as part of doing this. So, but for me still, I cannot see like the true, I think, overall story still. I mean, you're seeing pieces of what the story they might want to tell, but it looks so different, and that's what I've loved about this movie since day one. For me right now, I saw Shazam finally. I Redboxed it. It was great. Right? But for now, aside from the Batman trilogies with Christopher Nolan, but this looks like, just off the trailers, like it might be one of my top like DC movies, just because the tone of it. It doesn't feel like your typical, a hero or a villain, or like comic book movie, I guess you would say. So I love it. I love everything about Joaquin Phoenix and Robert De Niro. Here's one thing. I was thinking about this earlier, and I have to make sure I make this point. So I just hope like that whole rivalry, it looks like there's going to be beef between them, right? Because he's like Robert De Niro's taking shots at, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. And so I've never been a fan of when we're presented with Robert De Niro as like a possible villain or tough guy.
He's definitely the villain.
And he's kind of like underplayed as like he's still a sissy. Like I still think about Righteous Kill, because he was kind of like, look at, people love variety and levels of people's acting and all that. But we always, I don't care. I'm going to speak for you guys. I feel like we always want to see Robert De Niro as like one type of person. Yeah, like a tough guy, a mobster. Like, I don't care how many roles. Just give it to us every time, because he's so perfect at it.
So, dude,
like Joe Pesci.
Dude, let me stop you there, dude. No, I do not want to see Robert De Niro in that character every single time. If you've never seen The Intern with, what's her name?
With
Catwoman.
Yes.
Well, just an intimidating, powerful character.
The Intern, dude.
Like in
him
Limitless,
being the fragile
Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway. Dude. So Anne Hathaway, dude, so good. It's his role is totally different than.
No, I'm not saying that we wouldn't want to see it, but I feel like
even
we
list.
love it.
The bucket list.
The bucket list. Oh,
remember
yeah,
that?
the bucket list was.
I've seen some of the films that he says, and he's right. I haven't seen The Intern, but I've seen the trailer, and you've told me about it, and I want to see it.
Well, then let me speak for myself.
But no,
let me redact it and speak for myself.
But I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong when you say this, because
he's at his best there.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He shines the brightest when he is in those kind of roles. So Righteous Kill, loved him because that's his character. Obviously, Casino, Goodfellas, all those great ones.
The Irishman,
dude, and they actually, just to say a little bit, the Irishman is going to be like a long movie, like a 3-hour movie.
I love it.
3.5 movie. Yeah. So when you get this, Robert De Niro in this movie, I think he's going to be Bill Murray, right? And he's going to be a talk show host. So I don't know anything about anything. I could just go by what I think is going to happen, and not really look into too much comic books, because I know these guys know more when it comes to that. Me, just the feeling that I get, because they haven't shown anything in that trailer, really.
No,
which
not
I
really.
Love,
just him, just the Joker,
as opposed to the next trailer.
And this trailer, the recent trailer that they just showed, he actually asked to be called Joker.
Yeah,
that's right. That's the first time he's like, and then he's walking just nonchalantly. I think he's just going over his act through the hallway, and he starts laughing.
And even that sounds like, because of how quick he switches it up, even that sounds like he's such like just a removed person from like society, or just like even in like reality or whatever. Yeah. Like I feel like that's totally fake. Like, you know, like this is him emulating like this is
the first thing that I get is, this guy was a nice guy, man.
Yeah.
And he was like, and people, even that lady in the bus, man, she was just so mean.
Yeah.
She was like, because she was playing with his kid, and he's like, could you leave my kid alone? And he's just making happy faces to him. But I think what's going to happen,
creepy though,
he does look creepy. He's like, you're right. Maybe I would
stop him too.
Maybe I would feel that same way. It just felt like he was mean. I think that, and I'm glad they haven't showed it, dude. But he's the talk show host of the show, and I think the Joker is right there. He's already in his mind. I'm gonna kill every single person in here.
Yeah, it's probably gonna happen.
And
I think it does happen.
Slugs on
the comics.
It's gonna be crazy, guys. I'm so excited. And will he be a better Joker than Heath Ledger?
So
I know this is gonna be really good. This is
it's potential, dude. Joaquin Phoenix is amazing.
Potentially, yes.
His favorite movie, I think, is Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, it's my favorite superhero film.
It's the one I've seen him see more than any other one,
though, man. Yeah, Christopher Nolan, right? It's like, dude,
but Heath Ledger just did something different. He rebranded the Joker,
and not only that, they presented him amazingly. The first time I meet him, it's like, boom, he's already into like murking foods and doing all these things.
I like the approach that DC film has taken as showing us the upbringing of Joker. I want to dive deeper into like these little things. Like I think people will go back to this film and like really appreciate the little tone, the little moments that the director takes, showing why he's such a lunatic. And I can't wait to see that. As a matter of fact, all this stuff that we see on the trailer, I'm pretty sure most of it is going to be towards the end. Like I really truly believe that most of the film is going to be taking its time to show us his relationship with his mom, relationship with people on the streets, his whole dream being destroyed, and like seeing how that is flipped and his mind is being torn apart. I want to see that. That's what I'm looking for. You know,
I'm fine with like if they kind of like slow pace, but like in an engaging way of like his character, and then they really let him loose towards the end, because just the feel of this, I can see like if he really just goes off the hinges.
It's Joaquin Phoenix.
It's Joaquin Phoenix, and he can, yes. So hopefully it's like a teaser, and I know I won't want that to be the case when I'm watching it, because like hopefully it's that good. I'm like, why? So I'm putting my foot in my, well, I'm setting myself up right now, but I hope it's just like they really let him loose towards the end to set us up, because I want continuity. I'm still a comic book fan, whether DC or Marvel. I want some good continuity, and hopefully they really set us up. He gets locked up somehow, and then he comes out in Matt Reeves is Batman. Yeah,
the Batman.
Oh,
the Batman.
My God,
and because the story is the news that's out there is that he wants to do like kind of like a take, but into the Arkham Asylum and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
I would like that. I would really appreciate.
Wow,
this
dude,
if
that's
DC
really
does
good.
this. Takes Joaquin Phoenix's and Matt Reeves thing, connects them.
Yeah, definitely.
Make that the story of how Batman and the Joker build a relationship over time, right? That still be part of the DC universe. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker dies because the Joker's name is a mantle that is actually passed down.
Yeah.
Like in comics, there's like 3 different Jokers, 4, or something like that. And so it's passed down, and now Jared Leto's Joker is doing its own thing, and we could actually
I want to be inspired. I want to be inspired by Joaquin Phoenix.
That's totally what I want to see. I want to see all this happen interconnected in their own little universe in time. Same universe, but in time, that's their own thing. Eventually, DC will be able to rebrand the Joker into whatever Jared Leto's thing is going, and he can reference Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
That'd be amazing.
Wouldn't that be awesome? And then honestly,
That's awesome.
And what about
and if
Dark
Jared
Knight?
Leto's
Dark Knight fit?
Joker sucks again, kill him off and bring another Joker in. And
I love it.
Move it forward. You know what I mean? Because to be honest with you, Aquaman is great. Wonder Woman is great. Shazam is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really good.
And I think they have great characters, like just amazing actors for this. Just
DC, you better cut us a check, DC. We just gave you
hire me.
We
DC.
just gave
I
you
love you guys.
an
I
awe
love
moment
you.
right now with what he said and the way I could just see how the whole DC universe
would work.
could work.
What would Dark Knight?
I am not right now with what he said.
I don't want Dark Knight to have anything to do with this because I think Dark Knight is Dark Knight.
Yeah,
they're
let's leave it
their whole
alone.
thing is
I would
perfect.
think so too.
Perfection doesn't have to be tempered.
But I like that. It's like we're restructuring and like kind of resetting ourselves up for like a good continuity going forward. I like that.
I love that, man. That would be awesome.
Wow, man, that's crazy. You blew my mind right now. Honestly, I gotta say,
I hope so. I hope they do that.
To see vision for the DC universe. A franchise that for me I feel like it's been lost. I feel that it's been that I'm like they can't do it right. They just can't do it right. Why can't they do it right? And I love DC characters. I know, and I know it bugs you because they don't get it out of me. And it bugs me because I love Superman. That's my favorite superhero, and I never see. I mean, Man of Steel, great, but I'm saying what they did with Justice League and all these, they could have been better. Yeah. What he just said right now, it just makes me feel like, wow, dude, there's
a possibility. There's hope.
There's hope for the DC universe.
I'm tired of them like Spider-Manning the whole universe.
Retelling.
Wow, that was great, man.
Hopefully,
that really
Wonder Woman 2 is coming out like in a year.
Yeah.
Some of that. And like it all looks great. It looks amazing.
I love the poster. I like everything about it.
It's gonna be in the 80s too, and I love that era. You know, I love that.
Dude. She looks awesome. She just she's such a great pick, man.
Oh, Gal Gadot.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's move on to another topic, which we're gonna go ahead and talk about. Well, actually, not another topic. It's a trailer, and it's the Terminator trailer coming out. When is it coming out again? I forgot. It's coming out soon, right?
Question. October? No,
it's coming. I forgot when it's coming out. New trailer dropped for Terminator, which is actually Terminator 3, really, because it's a sequel to Terminator 2, which everyone loves. And new trailer dropped. What are you guys?
So the reason why he says it's number 3, okay?
Yeah.
There is obviously the first 2 with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
November 1st.
Sorry, November 1st. It's coming out November 1st. Wow, it's still a little ways, but yeah.
We're getting one good movie every month.
The first 2 is the Arnold Schwarzenegger ones, and then after that they try to do a one with the girl, and then after that they did the one with Christian Bale, and then they did another one with Emilia Clarke, and then here we are, and then here comes James Cameron saying, you know what? Forget about all those movies. Just focus on 1 and 2, the best ones. Why focus on those? Well, because all the other ones after 2, I've never been a part of. I've always just given my blessings, like, yeah, go ahead, try it, see if it'll work. And they haven't worked.
No, they have not.
And this is the first time that he actually puts his name and produces the movie, meaning that he gave a bunch of ideas. He said a producer does a bunch of producing things, which means they grabbed a lot of the story. They said, hey, let's make it. This is the best location that you can do this. Pick this military or pick this kind of police station to do it. And he just gave suggestions and story and ideas. And guys, I don't know about you guys, but I just watched the trailer and the feel
man.
is a feel to me of T2. It's a feel, and then they haven't really promoted this, but they're also gonna bring the kid from T2 back, Edward Furlong. I don't know how much he's gonna be involved in the movie. I know he's in the movie.
Super excited for that, dude.
And it's just, they better play some Guns N' Roses. You're listening to me? I don't know. They better play some Guns N' Roses. I'm like, so excited.
He's like listening to Paradise City.
Yeah, dude, it's just so good. But anyway, you guys, I'm super excited. I'm sorry if I'm going too long, but it's just a really exciting time for movies.
So what I'm excited about on this movie is Linda Hamilton coming back, man. She just looks so natural in the role. It just reminds me of T1 and T2, man. Like, it just brings you back. And I cannot wait to see how much she just destroys everything around her. And she's like, yeah, I had to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wait for those lines. The only lines that I didn't really like is the whole I'll be back part at the very end. It's got a little kind of like a little corny for me.
To the Terminator.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, like one of the things, now that you're bringing that up, I don't understand why
I was going to ask you that question.
Arnold is back. Like, where does he fit in this story? T2 kills him off. So now I understand there's other prototypes and stuff like that. Right. Yeah. And like, I mean, he's pretty much dead there, right? Like he gets disintegrated.
He goes
right. So then I know that other movies bring him back. Dying. Yeah. I know other like sequels bring him back, but like I don't understand why is he here now in this movie? Like I hope they make sense of that. And I hope it like actually.
Hopefully,
it's not forced.
Story, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I want it to make sense in the story, and so we'll see how it goes. But this trailer did a lot of good things to me, man. Like it really brought me back, and like I was like, wow, this actually does kind of feel like T Part 3.
Yeah, can this one be it?
I don't know, man. That's a tall order to do.
You see, they brought me back because they needed the pecs and the triceps in this movie. The governor, get to the
I can't.
There was a lot of explosion, but we need muscles. We need muscles in this movie.
Oh gosh.
James Cameron needs my muscles.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, you
I could do that honestly for like the rest of the shooting.
Tell me your trailer reaction on all this.
Well, I'm glad they brought me back. You know, they said how much, and I said, give me everything. Give me all the protein shakes. 12 eggs every morning.
I'm telling you, I can really keep going. All right, no. So on a serious note, I'm just surprised. Like, I mean, the intent is to get you to see the trailer, so. We're going to talk about it right now, in a sense. So it seems like Linda Hamilton kind of has this beef still with Terminator. So been so long. Yes, I was a fan. Yeah. So my question is like, why the heck is she so like bent on like still like being like partial or angry towards him? So, I mean, did the part 2 movie end with him helping her out, right? So why would she be angry towards him?
Yeah, but remember part 1? That one, yes, he tried to kill her.
I don't think.
Yeah, but don't they? I feel like they kind of make amends in part 2.
They do.
I mean, they fight T-1000.
What I think, dude, is that if he's alive, then he might have what happened to answer your question. Version. The only thing that I can think of, and it's probably gonna be different, but what I think is he faked his death or somehow that he didn't die.
You think it's the same T100?
I do because of the tissue, because of his tissue going older. You know what I mean? And he said that everything that's outside is real, is human tissue, but just really does that kind of metal really melt in that lava? You know what I mean?
The metal cannot. The lava cannot melt these muscles.
I don't know what you thought that. I can't do that voice, but you know, he might say he's like, you know, that lava, but I need, you know, and maybe she's upset at him that he did that and made her son, you know, go through so much pain.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe.
Cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I like, but what I do like about this, because I haven't really given my full thoughts, but what I mostly like about the whole trailer is that with like the Sarah Connor, you know, Linda Hamilton beefing with Arnold Schwarzenegger's character, they just, and like a lot of the things that they presented to us, like that alone feels like, which I'm a little bit of a fan of, is like multiple like parallel stories within a story. So it's like she seems like now that Arnold Schwarzenegger's character's back, then there's like, and she has like this, you know, anger towards him. So it's like, okay, cool, we got another little side story we want to tell in the overall story. So I like that. I like a lot of little sub stories that are happening, and
like that too.
For the overall.
What do you
thing,
think about that girl, the blonde, short-haired girl? That's like the new Terminator.
Pretty much, she seems like that's humanity's answer to really fighting back. So it all depends. I mean, again, I'm not trying to sound too stupid, but because it's been so long since I even seen part 2, like Terminator 2. But all I really have for information is all the other crappy movies that they made. But it seems like for some reason machines are still a threat somehow. And or maybe
they have a time machine, right? So
that too. So
they
maybe
stopped it once doesn't mean that they could.
That's true, and maybe that they feared like this can happen again. Right. So we need an answer, like, you know, and we can't just rely on, you know, Sarah Connor or just the Resistance, whatever.
Yes.
So this is their kind of like response to like a like I guess like a backup plan, right? So like this is their ace up their sleeve. Like, hey, we got altered humans or superhumans.
Yeah.
So
The new Terminator.
that's a good. That's
The new Terminator in the
contingency
trailer.
plan. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
That's a
the
contingency plan.
the new Terminator that comes out where he's like half, like he's half like the whole shape shifting one.
Yeah, that
but
was a
he's
T-1000.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
He's
But now
T-1000.
he's a new version.
He's
Yeah.
a
newer
black
yeah,
metal.
like
metal.
black metal, and like his whole exterior shifts, right?
Yeah.
So that combination looks really cool.
Yeah.
And especially in that scene where he's like just kind of rushing
trying
a bunch of soldiers and just started killing people.
That's so cool, dude. That looked really,
That's
really
so
cool. I even like it when because they put him on the all naked, and not because he's naked. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying because it really takes me back to when Arnold did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Arnold came up like that, and then the cop on T2.
Barney Stinson on How I Met Your Mother did it.
I love that episode.
Hey guys, you know what though? This movie really, to me,
Come with
really
me if you
looked
want
like
to bang.
Yeah.
I love that episode.
I'm doing the wrong part of the movie.
So good.
Some of us only have Hulu for that show.
Yeah, for sure.
much,
dude.
No, it looks really good, man. The trailer looks like it's gonna live
Yeah,
up to the
man.
movie. So
Hopefully, man.
See
Knock
what
on
I'm
wood,
saying.
man.
For
All
sure.
right, guys.
Yeah, so the last thing that we want to end with, we always got to leave you with box office. So we're going into the out of the box, where we're talking box office and what's going on in there.
Yep.
So it looks like your top 3 movies right now. If you give me 1 second, sorry about my
the box office
computer
is
a little bit
is always
slow
like
right
it
now.
fluctuates, especially on these weeks.
Yeah.
This week was crazy.
And
Yeah.
especially because
Boring
there's
as heck.
no good movies out there that people really want to go see.
Yep.
So they get, the movies that really don't deserve to be there. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
for
it's a
instance,
slow
Angel
week.
Has Fallen. He really
That's
doesn't deserve
nuts.
to be there, but the fact that there's not another movie that can challenge it is why it's number
Yeah.
one. And they promote it on TV like that too. The
I know,
number one
dude.
movie in America.
Of course.
Even if it made $1 million only, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
and they're losing millions. they
Which
still
it
promote
actually
it.
is at number 1, and it's projected to make 16.7 million this week.
Yep.
Overall, it's made 46.2 million. At number 2, we do have Good Boys. So if you want a good laugh, it looks like that's what people are going, and that's why it's doing good. It's projected to do 12.7 million. Overall, it's made 59.8 million.
Oh,
It's
that's
up
not
by
bad.
9% since last week, or it's projected to be up 9%.
Oh, that's good.
And at number
I'm rooting
3,
for it.
believe it or not, this is going to shock you. At number 3, we have Lion King,
Again.
who usurped Hobbs and Shaw, dropped all the way down to number 4.
dude.
Wow, was that a surprise?
Lion King's
What
back,
happened to
guys.
Overcomer?
It's number 5.
Overcomer's at number 5 now.
Oh, well, it was at number 3, remember?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. Hey, man, for it to be still in number 5.
Sinners. No, just like
Sin. And then at number 6 is Angry Birds. You know what? I know
Did you go watch it?
I did go watch
Yeah,
it,
you
guys,
did. You
and
told
it's
us.
really fun. I can guarantee you, my word is bond, son. Nah,
Who are the
So-
voices on it? Like, is there any familiar?
there is, dude. I am not even thinking about it at the top of my head. It's I know one of them. I know who Red is. I just can't think about it. Sorry.
It was
so
good, though.
for sure, yeah, it was really good. I like it better than part 1, and I know most kids' movies, you don't think there's a lot of thought that goes into it or the quality of it to make it better. There's a lot of funny jokes. Definitely a little bit like kind of just like uncomfortable ones that are specifically for
I love
adults. You're
those.
like,
So it's
whoa.
like edgy. It's
It's
like
really
right at
edgy,
the
yeah,
boundary
yeah.
of
Like, there's even a part
I
where
love
like
those.
a little chick is like looking up at something. She's like, "Holy crap!" It's like, we're like, "What the heck?" Something like really like, "Whoa!" You didn't expect that to come out of a kids movie. So I know we're not gonna do a review on it, but I definitely will encourage you if you're a parent or even if you just want to go,
Laugh
you have to be accountable.
inappropriate
You're at
things.
church. You need to do like a nice date, so you have to see a clean movie. No, I'm just kidding. Go see Angry Birds.
I'm gonna edit that out.
Go see Angry Birds because it's really good, dude. Trust me, it's really fun. So, if you're bored on a Sunday or something like that, a Saturday, go see it. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
I can't believe
so
Lion
funny.
King is up there. Well, I can believe it, guys.
I'm excited for Angry Birds 3. That's how much I liked it. I really did like it. I'm not joking.
All right, man.
I'm gonna check it out just
Netflix.
because I saw the first one and I did like the first Angry Birds.
I haven't seen
It was good. It was really funny, dude. It's
was
super
funny.
fun. And the soundtrack is amazing.
Is
yeah,
it?
the soundtrack is really good.
Only reason why I watched it, guys, is because I used to have the app on my phone.
It's
and
good
I used to play it all the
comical.
time, so.
It's good comical because there's a romance, a take on there too in the movie. So they have like a lot of like 80s like songs and like baby come back. Like it's like really
That's
funny
cool.
stuff. So
That's
it's good.
really
It's
cool.
definitely enjoyable. It's not boring at all. It's fun the whole way through.
I'm glad Hobbs and Shaw is not doing that great because the movie sucks, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And not only does it suck, but actually the only reason why they're making their money back, I believe, is because it did really well in China. It really did well in China.
It's huge out there.
Yeah, dude. It's
Fast and Furious
Fast and the
franchise.
Furious.
It is really big over
In
there.
China, like I think I read an article where it says China bailed out Hobbs and Shaw or something like that.
Wow.
So China's a
So-
huge market, man.
It is.
It's up 14% from its last week, so it's not doing that. Not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's still 4. Well, my takeaway is Good Boys. Again, I know I talked about it last week. You guys should go watch it, man. It's up 9% from last week.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. Love
59
kids.
million overall.
59 million, dude, on a
Like an 8
10
million.
8 million budget, man.
Wow.
So super good. Seth Rogen really hit it out of the park. So I love that. Ready or Not is still not doing so well. Number 7 still. It's down 11% from last week. I really encourage
too bad,
everyone to
huh?
watch it, man.
It's
Like
too bad that's
seriously, this weekend. Well, it's Monday, so you can't really do anything about that. But this Monday, go watch Ready or Not, or Tuesday, right? It's like $5 cinema on Tuesdays. Go watch Ready or Not, man. I'm telling you, it's so good.
Yeah, guys, if you guys want a movie and there's not any, is there a movie coming out this weekend?
Yeah, there's a few, but none. I'm not even over exaggerating. None of them
are probably
are up on the
Ready or
top
Not.
10.
Yeah.
None of them are. So yeah,
Yeah, Ready or Not.
It's not even
was
worth it.
Really good. Me and Nish walked out of there like,
it's
oh
super
wow,
good.
pleasant surprise. You know, because you guys picked it and we went to go watch it because of you
I'm so
guys.
glad you guys did.
Yeah,
because it was
glad about
great.
that too. Well,
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, guys. So we're gonna go on and wrap it up today. We talked about so many other things. Please let us know about your comments about it. What do you guys think is gonna be in the box office? What do you think it's gonna make? What do you think? Is Anthony right? Am I right? Will Daniel have to eat some sausages next week?
he loves that.
Who knows? So then also let us know what your thoughts are on the Joker trailer. We really want to know what you guys are talking about over there as well. And also Terminator. Do you think that it's going to be as good as T2 or 1? Do you remember T2 or 1? Let us know.
That's a tall order.
Don't
If you
forget.
like my Arnold impression.
Yeah. Did you like Daniel's Arnold impression?
Tell us in the comments like
You
a
like
funny line that you'd want me to say on Arnold voice.
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
You have to
Hey,
keep it
DC.
clean. Got to keep it clean though.
Hey DC, you better cut a check to Ishmael because he just gave
Yeah.
you guys the road to success.
I will
right
send
now.
you my tape, DC. Check your inbox.
Help us get Ish to the pitch meeting.
Yeah.
Get Ish to the pitch.
All right, guys.
Hashtag it.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you guys could see all of our episodes. And so remember, always stay
movie minded. You.
Peace out.